let's move into the game this weekend, because all of a sudden it's like the most interesting game since the Super Bowl. The Niners against the Bills. If the Niners win, it's like, who can't they beat? If they lose, it's like, oh, can they make it to the playoffs? A lot's on the line. So what is the question I want to ask? What is the biggest concern facing the 49ers when they face the Bills offense? What is the biggest concern about this Bills offense?
The biggest concern about this Bills offense is Josh Allen and his ability to move. When you watch what makes Allen so good is with his ability to run, and that whole thing is it opens up the receiving game on the back end as well, because it's really with a running quarterback, you're changing the numbers in the box, right? Mm-hmm. So now you've got an extra blocker to account for that. And the defense has to adjust, which then usually opens up some stuff in the passing game. So it's going to be interesting to really see how if Saleh can adjust to that and finally stop a running quarterback.
Not only that, the Achilles heel of the 49ers defense this year has been the combination of a mobile quarterback with a rocket arm and a solid complementary of receivers. And that's exactly what this Bill offense brings to the table. It's the first time in quite some time where I'm actually more concerned about the 49ers defense opposed to the 49ers offense, because I like how the offense matches up against the Bills defense. When you look at Josh Allen, he can make plays outside of the pocket. He's extremely mobile, can pick up yards in his own right, and he has 4 very, very, very solid receivers. So that's what the 49ers need to do defensively, just continue to keep everything in front of them. And I'm excited to see the combination of Emmanuel Mosley potentially in the slot with Jamar Taylor's injury and K'Wan Williams possibly not coming back, with Sherman and Verrett outside and Jimmy Ward playing in that strong safety role and Tarvarius Moore back deep. But that's what I'm most concerned about. Josh Allen, his ability to make plays outside the pocket, that rocket arm, and having that full complement of receivers to throw to.
Yeah.
I was telling Grant I got a subscription to StatHead before the show, so I got way into numbers today. So for Allen scrambling, I think the Niners actually have a better chance of stopping his scrambling than they do the deep ball, just because I think that Gabriel Davis is a very good deep threat for the Bills. He has 22 catches on 35 targets. 16 of those 22 catches go for first downs. He's a big play threat. Although they don't have John Brown, they do have him. And then, of course, Stephon Diggs and Cole Beasley. And then Allen has been really good going toward the left, deep left. He has 375 yards and 5 touchdown passes going deep left, but he also has 4 interceptions. So I think they can combat that. And then to end my stat spree for the scrambling, the scrambling, Allen has only slid. This was just me on NFL Game Pass all day. He slid 5 times this season on 64 rushes if you subtract all the kneel downs he has this year. So he only slid 5 times, and that's what hurt the Niners against Kyler Murray, is they couldn't figure out how to stop a guy when he slid. And I think that could play into their advantage, is being able to bring him down, knowing that you can tackle him. He likes to lower his head, and Fred Warner and Jimmy Ward are pretty dang good tacklers, and I think they can win those matchups.
That's a nice nugget. Those
are good answers. Okay, well, I'll do the best I can to follow that up. I was just watching the Bills play the Chargers. So I was looking at it from the perspective of how Robert Saleh would look at it. He's watching what Gus Bradley did, and Gus Bradley did a lot of things well. I mean, he did a good job against Stephon Diggs. I think he helped him to like less than 40 yards receiving. So set like 7 short catches. They held Josh Allen to, I think, an 88 quarterback rating. They did a good job, but what they couldn't do was stop the run, interestingly enough. And then when there were like some 3rd and 10s, there were a couple conversions where the Bills had just screen passes to the running back. So basically stopping the running backs was the Achilles heel for the Chargers in that game. And it's something I think the Niners can handle. I mean, I don't think, I mean, like Nick said, the Achilles heel is the mobile quarterback with the elite wide receiver. But is Stephon Diggs on that level? I mean, I know that he can beat Ahkello Witherspoon. We've seen him do it any number of times. 2018, earlier this year. Is he going to beat Jason Verrett? I don't know. Or Richard Sherman, maybe. I don't know. I mean, it's a different matchup. I think the Niners actually match up pretty well with Stephon Diggs. And if they can just be ready for, like, they can stop the run and stop the screen game, I think they match up pretty freaking well. It's a good defense, guys. And they got 2 good corners. It's not like Emmanuel Mosley is going to get picked on. No one really respects Emmanuel Mosley. People definitely respect Jason Verrett.
Yeah, and I'm kind of touching on one of the things that Mav said. You're talking about the receiver core. Not having John Brown is a big deal for the Bills, they've scored barely over 20 points in the 3 games that he hasn't played for them this year. So you take him out of the lineup, and that's going to help with some of these things that we're talking about, because it's really Stephon Diggs and one other guy that's going to be out there. So I think that you ask what our biggest concern is. That's the biggest concern, but I think the defense is going to be able to step up this week.